Hey there folks, thanks for joining us for another Kickstarter preview. Today we're going to have a look at Shiver Me Timbers. This is designed by Michael Witowski and a new German publisher, and forgive me if I pronounce this incorrectly, but Weltflug Verlag. Make it that over you will.
Bless you.
Yeah. There's going to be a link in the show notes below when it goes to the Kickstarter, but I'll also put one, for a change, to Board Game Geek, where you can go check out the publisher on there. Anyway, we're going to have a look at Shiver Me Timbers. We're going to show you the gameplay, we're going to show you the components of the prototype that we have here, and show you what the game is like. And then if you like it, you can follow the link below to go check out the Kickstarter. To help me with that, I have Dee.
Hello.
And Carla.
Hello.
And myself, Jason. Alright, where to begin? This is an epic, big game. And it's going to take me a while to explain this to you, so sorry about the droning of my voice going on here, and you might fall asleep by the time I've finished, but I'm going to try and get through it as quick as possible so we can get to the gameplay so you can see what this is like. Alright, to begin with, first things first, you might see the map over here. It looks a little bit like Star Trek, was it this Ascendancy Empires or something from Gale Force 9? It looks a little bit like that, but it plays nothing like this. This is a sandbox game set with a sort of a piratey theme, think Merchants and Marauders, and it's open to you what you want to do. So to begin with, where we'll start is, I'm going to show you the board. This is randomly set up at the beginning of every game, depending on the number of players. We're playing a 3-player game. There will be a certain amount of these islands and straits that you connect them by, and so this could look different every time, and the combination of where they go will be different. There's a couple of islands that we haven't used. This over here is the objective board. So this is the life goals, the story goals that you're going to be chasing after. There are 5 in every game, and there are more in the box that were randomly chosen. So at the moment we've got 5, there are 2 others that we haven't chosen. The way the game works is, once you've completed one of these goals, you drop one of your player counters on one of these objective markers. Anything with a seal is victory points. As soon as 4 of the 5 have a player symbol next to it, that'll signal the end of the game. We finish off the round and then score victory points. For this particular game, this is not going to matter to you now, but it'll be more clear in the gameplay. We're chasing after defeating 2 fortresses, rescuing 3 of our lost relatives, fulfilling 7 missions for the governor, hide 7,000 gold in our chest, and defeat 7 ships. Once 4 of those are done, that's will signal the end of the game. That'll all be done via on the board here. Each of us will then have set up. We start with 300 gold. We have our little ship here. We have to choose secretly where we're going to start and what our special ability will be. Our starting location will designate what sort of starting resources we begin with, and that'll also try and trigger what we're trying to achieve. We're trying to achieve all 5 of those as most as possible, but in our treasure chest we've put 2 secret tokens depicting which 2 of those we definitely want to go after, because those will be bonus resources. So for example, if I'd chosen defeat 2 fortresses and I complete this, let's say I'm the first person to complete it, I'll get 10 points. Second place will get 5 points. But if I chose this as my secret goal, I'll get the 10 points plus the bonus 5 points for completing it as my secret goal.
Show on the back of each of the...
Yeah, exactly like that. Flip it over quickly so they can see that.
But then you know what I'm not going for.
Oh, that's true.
It's just a grid. A 3x2 like brick pyramid written.
And it's just coloured in which one you want. Alright, so now we've got the goal and the objective out the way, which is obviously, then once that's completed, we count up victory points, and you get victory points for various things. As you can see, there's little seals on stuff. I'll explain more about that during the gameplay. Let's go over the actions quickly. On your turn, you can do 3 actions, and you can do them in any order, and you can do the same action multiple times. One of the actions you can do is travel. Every round, we will reveal a new wind direction, so in this, not direction, but some modifier, wind modifier. So this is adding +1 to our modifier. There might be negatives, there might be ones where we roll the blue dice, and that could be negative or positive depending on each individual player. So in this case, we're getting +1 to our movement. And maybe at this point I should show you the ships. Alright, so these, keep it in mind folks, this is prototype. This is unbelievable prototype. These ships depict on how good our ships are at the time. So this is the resource cargo hold. Black is nothing. Oh, I'll pick that up in a second. White is sugar, yellow is rum, I think, and brown is cocoa. Those are the 3 resources. So at the moment I start with none, but I can pick them up at different islands and do that. The ship's sails have these little skulls on them. That depicts how many sails we have. So at the moment I start with 3 sails. So I have speed 3. I have 3 spaces for cargo hold. And I have 3 cannons. 1 there, and 1 in the front. So I have 3 strength, 3 speed, 3 size. There are other, we can go to islands and then of course increase our speed. So like this is a big sail with 4 extra sails. We can add new cannons, so add more cannons to the ship. We can increase the size of the ship to increase our cargo hold, which will get more resources. Come in a bit. There we go. So you can see this is going to be a crazy big game. All right, where was I? Oh yes, actions you can take. So I just got sidetracked by the ships because they're awesome. All right, so traveling is a 1 action you can do. Speed of 3, the wind direction is added +1. Each space is a space you can go through. Ships don't block movement. So for example, I could go 1, 2, 3, no problem. In fact, 4 to there because it's speed +1. You can even carry on. So my second action, I'd go 1, 2, 3, 4. And my third action, I could go 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could travel as far as I wanted to go, spending all my actions. If I wanted to stop, let's say stop over there, I could do a fight action. I could do one if I was faster than the ship, which I can check once I'm at the end there. I could do a drive-by shooting to weaken it, and I could do that to other people. But more likely, I'll do a boarding action. This is where I flip the ship over, compare my stats to its stats, and we do a little duel on this board over here with these deck of cards here. I'm not going to explain that now. We'll probably most likely fight during the gameplay section, so I'll explain it then. But that's one of the actions you can do, which is the fight action, and you can obviously fight other players. You can trade when you go to an island. The island's little standee will tell you what you can buy there, what you can sell there, what you can upgrade there, and what sort of resources you can get. So this one can get treasure island, treasure cards. You can upgrade any of your ship pieces there. And you can sell treasures, rum, and sugar there. And you can buy cocoa there. So imagine you could buy cocoa for 100 gold a pop there. And then you could sell cocoa. Where's the best place to sell it?
Yeah.
There. So then you can go, so you can buy cocoa over there, travel along the shipping lane to there, and then sell. It's not actually cocoa, it's tobacco.
Tobacco.
Yeah, you can sell tobacco over there. I don't know why I'm thinking cocoa. I played too many different games.
Could be smoked chocolate. Like those chocolate cigarettes that you get.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised actually.
Well, if you see the lint bunny collars in the
Shh! No talking about that. All right, so that's one of the trading actions, and then of course we have this little sheet over here that tells you exactly what you can sell and buy stuff for and where. So you can also hunt for treasures. When you get treasures from this treasure deck, you get the little special treasure board. And again, just like the fighting, I'm not going to explain that now. I'll explain that during the game because I know D is going to be going for treasures.
Well, we've got 2 treasure cards to start with, so that's going to be my focus to start.
Yep. So we'll get back to that during the gameplay section. And then you can hire crew. At the bay, you can see over there, it tells you can hire crew here. There's a deck of crew cards. They do various things. They're free, 1 per action. But when you want to play them, for example, this little cheat sheet over here shows you the crew cards. So for example, like that guy, he costs 0 and gives you this ability. But that one costs that amount of resources and gives you this ability. And it's a one-off shot. You do this, get that. Alright, where are we next? You can get rituals. You can get little spells from this island over here, which allows you to do various effects and mess over other players. You can collect treasure cards from any of the islands. You can go hunt monsters. There are monsters. Certain monsters can be attracted by certain crew members and spells. When the monsters appear, you can go hunt them. That's a complete little mini game as well, like the treasure and the fighting. If we do that, we'll get to that as well during the gameplay. And you can do combat. Yes, I know, I'm talking a lot. But there's a lot to talk about. This is a big game. I mean, I can't stress to how much to you guys. This is a 3-hour plus game, you know, with lots going on, lots of components, lots of theme. It's a big game, and I'm going to try and bring that across to you so that you can see what it's like. There's so much to talk about, but I think what we'll do is we'll get started, and then as we're doing the actions through our gameplay section, we can talk more about it then. Because otherwise I'm just going to be talking, and you'll have no idea what's going on. So I think we'll get started, I can't think of anything else that's important to tell you now before we get started. I've got a couple of governor cards. That's important to me. Oh, we also have a special ability. My special ability is Ruffian. I can, when fighting on that deck over there, I get 5 cards to start with, discarding 1 as opposed to just the 4. We've got money, so on and so on. All right, let's get started. Enough of me yammering. Let's get to the gameplay. Okay, so you join us for the gameplay section. We've had a few rounds already, and we're about to start. It's D as the first player. So where we're at the moment, well, as you can see, this is where everyone's congregating. Carl has found a little trade route over here. I've delivered some rum to Isla Oscura for the governor, and D is hunting some merchants on the Mangrove Strait.
Yes.
I just made up that strait.
Mangrove Strait.
All right, D, take it away. Tell us what you're doing.
Okay, so to start with, one of these tokens tell about the speed we can go. So we're currently at -1 to our speed. So I've only got a speed of 2 whenever I do my movement.
Yeah, we got -1 to our movement for this round.
So I have 3 actions. My first action is going to be, I think I might do an upgrade at the port where I am. So I've got 500 gold pieces, which I gained from sinking this merchant ship earlier. So the cost to upgrade is equal to 100 gold pieces per point that you already have. So because I've already got 4 cannons, to buy my 5th cannon it would cost 500 gold. Same for sails and same for cargo space. So I think I am going to increase my sails. So I'm going to spend 400 gold pieces. Increase my sails. So I currently got 3 sails on here, which are indicated by the skull and crossbones that we said in the beginning of the video. Going up to 4 speed.
And every action is 1 upgrade. So if he wanted to upgrade again, which he only hasn't got enough money, but if he did have enough money, it would cost another action.
So my second action, so I can now, I've got a speed of 4, -1, and I've got a speed of 3. I'm going to move. I'm going to go 1.
Oh, I didn't expect you to go that way.
2. I think I'm going to stop on here, so I can look at this.
Yep.
See what this guy's about. Interesting. Third action, because I want you guys to see it on camera, I'm going to fight him.
Okay. So he didn't have to fight. He could have stopped there and then moved on. But we're going to go through a fight. Right. I'm just going to get everything ready. So he's the attacker. And we're fighting against... Do you want to sort out the cards? So this is the other side of the merchant. This is what he sees. So this is size 3 ship. Speed 4. And strength 3, and if he wins he gets 2 sugar, but it's also worth a victory point. So what speed are you? 4.
I am speed 4.
And your strength?
I'm strength 4.
Okay, so we'll get to that. So speed is relevant here is because he can choose now as a tied for speed. That means he can choose who goes first, and then strength is relevant over here. So they start in the middle, and then depending on who has the highest strength, so he's leading by 1 strength, which means it pushes the marker that way. If let's say he was leading by 2 strength, it would go there. The object here is to try and push each other off the plank. So he needs 3 more damage, or 4 damage technically, for each space, and then poof, into the water. He will win the fight, and obviously vice versa that way. Alright, let's see how the fight works. So each person gets 4 cards. And the attacker chooses, in this case, because of the tie, the highest speed ship would go first. But because they are tied, the attacker chooses. Who's going first, D?
I will go first.
Okay.
I will start by playing a feint, which allows me to draw 2 cards and then discard 1 card.
So this is not obviously the best card. In fact, I could show you one of these. These are one of the previous discard cards. So this is what the card looks like. So you have low, middle, and high attacks.
Discard level.
And then...
Is that what it is?
Are you playing that as well?
I've discarded that card.
Oh,
So
right.
I played 1 and discarded another feint. So then it goes to Carla.
I am going to insult you which means your opponent discards 1 card at random.
Pick one. Okay, so that's those done. I will now start with a rigging attack. So a rigging attack is unblockable, so the opponent can't play any cards to try and defend against it. It has 1 little hit mark against it, if you can see that.
Yep.
So that does 1 damage, and I draw a card. So 1 damage on this track, pushes it that way, and then I draw a new card. And then it's Carla's turn.
I will do a high attack.
So just show this quickly. So this is the high attack. She's only looking at the red side, ignoring the blue side now. It's going to do 2 damage, 1 for each of those little marks there. And because she's doing a high attack, it can only be blocked by a high guard.
I'm choosing not to defend against it.
Oh yeah, or is it that you don't have
I'm
it?
choosing not to defend against it. So it goes down 2 spaces. I will do another rigging attack, which is another unblockable. So there's 1 point of damage. And I draw another card. And then Carla's turn again.
I'm going to do another high attack.
For 3.
I will do a high guard. So as it shows on here, high attack only be blocked by high guard. Because the blue side is the defender, it's a high guard, so that cancels out that card.
Obviously, the thing you're thinking about here is by discarding a card to block. In that case, it was obviously worth it because you're doing 3 damage. You're losing a card in your hand, and you only have a certain amount.
I will do a low attack for 1.
I will let it go through. And I will do a middle attack for 2.
I'll take 2 damage.
What's your final one? It better be good.
Leave my 3 damage high attack. So she's
Oh,
got no cards in her hand, so she can't defend against it. 1, 2, 3.
that's good. All right, so basically, technically, it goes over to Carla now, but you pass because you got no more cards in hand. Then it goes back to D. Almost called him Alex. And
Wrong
then
son.
you've got no cards in your hand. So that ends the fight. Both players have passed. It now checks. No one has been pushed overboard off the plank into the water. So now it checks anyone. These areas here. So in this case, Dee's pushed Carla into her area, so he wins the fight.
So just to clarify that, if I manage to push off the edge, you win instantaneously, and the fight is over and you've won.
Yep.
The relevance for these is if after everyone has played their cards, if it's in this zone, this person has won. If it's in that zone, that person has won. If it's either of there, it's a tie.
That's right. And there's obviously benefits and detriments to winning and losing. Like if D lost this fight, he would have lost one of his upgrades. But because he's won the fight, he now gets the bonus of whatever the call.
There, which was 2 sugar. And also, because I defeated a ship, it's worth 1 point.
And also, it's worth pointing out that this personal goal is defeat 7 ships. That's his second one of those. So 5 more and he's...
So, gained 2 sugar. So that's where these dials on here. White symbolises sugar. Black symbolises empty. So I've now got 2 sugar on my ship. That was my third action.
All right, Carla, over to you. I think Carla's turn is going to be pretty simple.
Wow,
So
you say that.
Carla delivered in her previous turn before we put the camera on. She delivered 4 rum to Southaum. I can't pronounce. Yeah, they buy rum for 400 gold a pop. They like to drink in Southaum.
The difficult thing here is that it's -1 movement.
I'm not disappointed by that.
Of course, you're not disappointed. So if I increase my movement, so my sails are up to 4 right now. So if I increase my movement by another 1, it'll cost me 1 action to get my sails to 5, and it will cost me 500 coins.
That is correct. And each attribute can only be upgraded 7 or up to 7. So you can have 7 sails or 7 cannons or
So
7
I think
cargo.
I will upgrade my sails for my first action.
500.
So that's 500, and I will upgrade my space or my cargo hold
To 5 as well.
5. So that's 1,000 in total.
Carla's money bags because she's found a little trade route here. We'll just point this out because, well, she might do it in her turn anyway. Let's see what she does.
She's done 2 actions, so she won't risk it this turn.
Oh,
No, I won't be able to do anything this turn.
you're gonna buy? Oh no, you don't buy
So you need
rum
to
there.
increase your cargo capacity as well.
Yeah, actually. So, don't know if that's actually.
What are you gonna do for your third action? And while you're doing that,
I think I'm gonna move, to be honest.
okay. So what we were saying about she's St. David here, you can buy rum for 100 gold a pop here, and you can sell rum at Sataum for 400 gold a pop. So what Carla's doing is she's traveling back and forth between these two islands, buying and selling rum, making a lot of money, and then upgrading her ship, which is a really clever plan.
It's a bit broken. This, like we said,
We
this
have
was,
some sour grapes
this
involved
was a,
here.
This was a randomised setup as well, so
Yes.
this isn't always going to be available.
3, 4.
Remember, you might but you movement 5 on you.
I'm movement 5, yeah. So
Okay.
I have taken my my hit of 1 movement, so I have
Alright.
5 sails. I'm now at St. David's. That is my third action, so that's me.
So my actions. So I'm over here on top of this merchant. I didn't actually look at it my last turn. Let's have a quick look. This is what it looks like. Hoo-wee. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to fight it. So I'm going to reveal it. It's speed 6, strength 4. D. Just sort that out. This is the discard pile. Give it a shuffle. So in this case, it's speed 6, so it's definitely going first. And it's strength 4, but I'm also strength 4, so we both start in the middle neutrally. But I do have the smuggler ability, not smuggler, ruffian ability. When dueling, draw 5 cards and discard 1. So it gives me a little more flexibility in having a bit of a fight. So, these are my 5 cards. And D will be my opponent, as he's the player to my left. So one of these I've got to discard. Oh, it's a difficult choice. I quite like that. And I like that. Both of those are pretty cool. And that's really cool. So, oh man, I'm going to discard this. So, I'll discard that. Alright, D, you're super quick, so you go first.
Oh, let's go for a rigging attack to start with. Unblockable and draw a card.
Okay.
So I push you there.
Yeah, to the red.
Or is it there? Oh, because you start in the middle, don't we?
Yeah, no one's got a bonus, as we're both strength 4. Alright. You know what? I'll do the same.
Ooh.
So I draw a card and push us back there.
I did it again.
I don't like the fact that you're getting all these cards. So I'm going to play a feint. Draw 2 cards, then discard 1. These are the 2 I've drawn. I'm going to discard that. Alright, let's see what you got, my man.
I will. Let's have a middle attack for 3 damage.
A middle attack, eh? 3 damage. Middle guard.
Okay. Yeah.
And then I'll do a high attack for 3.
I will throw some sand in your face
Oh.
and block a non-rigging attack.
Alright, over to you.
I'll do a low attack for 3 damage.
This is what I'll go. I think I'll take that. I'm going to high attack for 2.
Alright, I'll take it.
Okay.
I'll middle attack you for 1.
I'll take it. And then I will high attack you for 3.
1, 2, 3.
God damn it, it's a tie! Ah! Okay, so we've run out of... I'm passing. You're passing?
Yep, I've got no cards left.
Yep, so it's a tie, so neither of us suffer any consequences. everything stays where it is.
So that was the ship. A very, very expensive ship. Stays there.
Drat! I almost thought I had it there. Okay, so that was my first action. I could spend another action to attack it straight away again, but I'm not.
Just to clarify as well, is that if Jason had lost, his turn ends immediately.
Yeah, and also lose an upgrade as well. So I'm not keen on that. Let's see what else. This is what I'm chasing after at the moment. I drew one of these from the governor early in the game, so that would have helped really quite a lot with this. So instead, and this is how much money I've got, so upgrading is not going to be an issue. All right, what did we get? Yeah, we get ritual cards from Isla Oscura, which I'm not really keen on at the moment. La Junita sells sugar, and Satam sells tobacco.
And all three of those were pronounced incorrectly.
So I'm going to move. So at the moment I've sold 4, but it's movement -1. So I'm going to go 1, 2, and then 3, 4 to there. Have a
Only move at 4, yes, mine's 1.
Oh yes. So and then I'm going to move again for my 1, 2, 3 to there, and that's me done.
Okay, so that's a full rotation.
Yep. So end of the rotation, we flip that.
What the weather's saying. We
replace.
Nope.
Oh yes, not. We're supposed to replace the merchants that are, but in this case, that card that he's got there.
So the reason why, because I've got a mission objective from the captain, a letter to Marque in Southholme, where basically it says that I need to get rid of both of those to get the objective, and I get +1 strength from fighting them, but you don't replace them while this is face up.
I didn't realise you get +1 strength when fighting them.
Yes, but just those two though.
Oh. All right.
So we've done new weather forecast, and we're going to add +3 to our speed and roll the blue dice.
So we could be really fast or not so fast. Wasted on Carla.
So my first action, I will look to move. So I have got a speed of 4, +3 is 7, plus another 1, speed of 8. And move 2. Then my second action will be to sell the nice sugar that I got from that boat which I destroyed. So I can sell both of those, and it's worth 400 gold per sugar that I sell. So I'll have 800, please.
I'm holding the camera, man. I don't have time for this. There you go.
Thank you. And then my third action, I think I'm going to start hunting for some treasure.
Ooh.
So I have heard the rumours of the royal signet.
Alright, just before you carry on with that, one of the things you can do at a city is obviously scout for treasure cards. All of them have this symbol at the bottom here, which is draw 3 from the treasure deck, choose 1. You can hold a maximum of 3 treasure cards in your hand. Dee's already got 2, which he started the game with from starting at Port Royal. And then, when you get to a location, so for example, in this Royal Signet area, it says there where you have to go. So St. David, that's where he is now. Is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then this tells you how hard the treasure is to find. So on this board that he's got over here, he has to mark off 14 on the board. So each footstep is 1 space. And then this tells you here he can spend certain resources to help with the investigation. Come on, focus in. This is how much victory points is worth. This is the treasure. This is the reward. And the way the treasure hunt works is as follows. Take it away, Dee.
Well, that's the end of my 3 actions. So
Oh, well.
nothing yet.
Well, that was anticlimactic.
We'll find out thusly.
All right. So, what are you doing then, Carla?
Well, I've got an empty cargo, so and 5 spaces to fill. So I'll pay 500 gold to fill my ship with rum.
Carla's a pisshead.
Absolute drunkard.
She's also what are those people that enabler? She's like flies over and says, oh, you guys should try my rum. It's brilliant. It's the best rum in the Caribbean.
Okay, so that is my first action, is to buy. My second action will be to move.
She can move 600,000.
Teleport is what you call it.
And I will sell my rum. For,
2,000?
Yeah, 2,000.
There you go.
So that is my 3 actions.
Well, my turn is not too dissimilar to Carla's. I've got $300. And I've got a 3 cargo hold. I'm gonna spend all 3 of it on tobacco. And then I'm gonna move. I'll turn the disc in a minute. So I'm gonna try and move. I've got speed of 4 plus 3, so 7 plus 1 is 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Like you planned it.
Yeah, brilliant. So I've moved from, I'm going to say this again, Southtown to La Juanita, whatever.
Juanita.
Well, it depends on if it's Spanish. Because if it's
I
Portuguese,
declare
it's
this
Juanita.
Spanish. I declare it Spanish.
So you can see here the tobacco sells for 400 gold a pop. I'm going to sell all 3 for $1,200.
That's the end of your action, isn't it?
That is.
Should we do one more?
Yeah.
Just so you can
So you can
see
see
what
treasure.
hunting was. So we finish that.
Any merchants that
New
need to be
one.
replaced? Nope.
So now we're getting +1 to our move.
Alright.
So that's only for sailing, not for treasure hunting. So, treasure hunting. So you use your strength to move along this track. And then when you move past these, you roll
The dice,
relevant dice.
yeah. What's your strength?
So I now have a strength of 4. I also have keen eyes, which is my ability, which gives me +1 strength when searching for treasure. So for one action, essentially I move forward 5 spots.
Yeah. And you could get a bonus of, 2 for each tobacco?
Yes, yeah, you could spend tobacco to give yourself an extra 2 points of movement. I don't have any resources, but I will. So my first action, I will move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So essentially I roll both of these dice.
Let's see what you get. You might get tobacco from it. Nope, you got zilch.
Double blade.
I don't think you've rolled a single resource this whole game.
I haven't. So then my second action will be to do the same again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I get some rum. So I get 1 lot of rum, which I'll quickly add onto there. And then my third action will be 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll the white dice. Get nothing again. But I have reached the location of the treasure.
Alright, so now you have a couple of choices. If there's a shovel icon on the reward symbol, you gain that bonus immediately.
Which there is not.
Then you can choose, see at the bottom of the ring, it tells you, so it says what the ability is.
So there's a little compass symbol,
Yep.
which now says that I may attack players in harbours.
Okay.
And also, if I decided to get rid of the signet, so rather than keeping this and being able to attack players in harbours, I can put this in my chest and it's worth 1,200 gold. I think.
Or you can sell it for 1,200.
Can you sell it for that as well?
Yeah.
Can you?
So because the 1,200 gold is just obviously nebulous. You know, like if it's in your treasure chest, it only counts towards the El Dorado achievement.
Yeah.
But if you wanted money now to upgrade your ship or whatever, you could sell it at areas with this sell treasure symbol for $1,200.
Which is every location.
Yeah.
So for the time being, I don't see any reason why I wouldn't just keep this here.
Yeah. So that goes in there.
That was my 3 actions.
Nice and simple. Let's see what Carla's going to get up to. I don't know what she's going to do.
Shush you.
Is it going to be upgrade your ship and buy some rum?
I can't buy rum there.
Oh no, that's right. It's upgrade your ship and move to the rum place.
Yeah,
She hasn't updated her ship to say she's sold the rum though.
it is true.
She's cheating.
Should
She
have really.
sold them fake rum, which is water.
Water, yeah. Salted water.
Because they're already so pissed with all the rum that she sold them.
You could sell them anything, couldn't you?
Ooh, I lost the cannon.
What do you
Okay,
need cannons
so-
for?
You don't know what I'm working towards. Okay, so I do think I'm going to upgrade my cargo hold. So again, I've got 5 at the moment, so that's 600 to upgrade the next one. But I'm also going to spend an extra 400 to add another cannon to my ship. So that's 1,000.
2 of your actions.
Ironically, considering this is a prototype, this is not as fiddly as I would have thought it to be, considering how many times I've upgraded this now.
I can imagine this being quite an expensive prototype. The ships and
Yeah.
all the pieces, cards and tokens and...
Okay, so there's my extra cargo space. That's interesting, isn't it? I don't know. I kind of want to bank a bit, but I... No. Okay, so I've
Actually,
upgraded 2.
That's a good point. I've not actually... I didn't think I mentioned that.
Yeah.
You mentioned it on one of Carla's first turns.
So my option at the moment, one of the things, I've got 1,300 sitting in my cargo hold actually on my ship. So if, for instance, I decided to attack this one and D decided to basically attack me, then this is in danger. But if I bury my treasure in my treasure chest, I won't have access to it for the rest of the game. However, it's banked.
Yeah.
It's
And it'll
safe.
count towards achievements and stuff.
So I can, at the moment, I'm tempted to do that, but as I am still kind of on a rum run, it's interesting because, of course, now I'm considering Dee's new ability.
Doesn't matter where you are.
Yeah.
Exactly. I think.
Talking about attacking other players, by the way, we have these 3 counters here that are worth 2 points each. But they can only go to, like, for example, let's say D attacks me and he beats me, he gets one of these. If he attacks me again, that he doesn't get anything for it other than...
Personal satisfaction.
And of course, if I have any treasure on board,
Oh,
he
yeah,
gets...
I know.
Okay, I think I'm going to do another action.
Well, you do have one left.
Another, yeah. So I have got 4 cannons at the moment. I'm going to spend 500 and upgrade another cannon.
So you got 5 cannons now.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all 3 of your actions. Right, my turn. I am also going to do an upgrade. I've got 4 cannons. I'm going to spend 500 to go to 5 cannons. And I'm also going to buy 3 lots of sugar. Or whatever that is. Is it sugar? I didn't look at.
I don't know where.
Yeah, sugar. So I'm going to add another cannon to my ship. So I too have 5 cannons now. And also have 3 bags of sugar. I'm pretty sure it's more than 3 bags, mind you. Because we use 3 bags just in this house. Alright, that's 2 of my upgrades. Oh, that's why I didn't want to... That's 2 actions. God damn it! Didn't think that through. Oh well. And then I'm going to move. I'm going to move to there. I'll just have a quick peek. That's what that is. And then in my next turn, I'll be kicking that ass.
Okay.
Right.
Round.
We got no merchant ships to fill up. New weather token.
Plus 2 speed.
Alright. And I think you get the general idea of what's happening here. We might come back with another interesting bit if it happens. But suffice to say, from my perspective, this is what I'm trying to achieve. I want to get that in my cargo hold so I can take it to there. And then get these. These are with points, obviously. And the reason I'm trying to do that is because we've got the King's Hand, which is fulfill 7 of those red cards. Is what I'm trying to do. D's trying to do...
Yeah, I have no idea what I'm trying to do.
Where's the treasure one?
Treasure?
Is there one?
There's a treasure one?
Oh no, we didn't have that one. But obviously,
I'm doing good towards the ships. We would have killed 2 of 7 ships.
oh yeah, that's right. And Carla's going for the 7,000 in a treasure chest, maybe, because that rum trade will do that for her. And that's that. So we'll finish off this game, and then we'll come back with some information on the Kickstarter and some little other bits and pieces. See you in a bit. Bye. Alrighty, we've finished off the game, and we've tallied up the points and worked out the victories. Just to let you know, the game ended. None of us got any fortresses. The fortresses are so hard.
I tried to fight one.
Yeah, this one, yeah, and he basically got booted out of the bay. It was quite interesting the way the map was built from us from the beginning of the round. The bay was really out here in the on its own, so no one really went there. D went there for an objective. What was it? The treasure or something?
Yeah, there was a treasure.
Get a family member, wasn't it?
Ancient amulet was at the bay.
And then he just thought, you know what? I'll just try my luck and see what the fortress was. And look at that bastard! So it almost killed him immediately. But so none of us completed that. The game ended when I finished my 7th task for the governor, and you can see the others have filled up already. So that's what the map looked. Look at Carla's ship. She's like upgraded almost fully. All maxed out cannons, maxed out.
Just one sail left.
Yeah, one sail left to get. Mine was, well, we were pretty much all very much heavily upgraded.
I just stopped upgrading it at one point.
Yeah, you were chasing after the treasures, weren't you? So you just like, and I didn't upgrade. I only upgraded my 4th cargo slot, literally just for, I think it was this one. I needed to deliver 4 cocoa, which turns out there's no tobacco in the game. Anyway, so in 3rd place was Carla. 2nd place was D, and I have won. Shiver me timbers. That was my pirate impression. As you can see my board.
Just in case anyone didn't realise.
No,
I'd found my lost family members. Got some money. I didn't actually. This is the only money I had in my treasure. But Carla had loads. She's like a little rum job there. Put loads of treasure in your treasure, didn't you?
Yep. And if I wanted to be very boring, I would have continued doing that, but instead I wandered off.
Well, you tried to go complete some of the other objectives. Because you can see she was the first one to finish the 7,000 in the treasure
This
chest.
is the very first one to be done at all in the game as well.
Yeah. Alright, so that's enough about our game. Information. So there's going to be a link in the description below, which will take you to the Kickstarter, which I'm not 100% when it starts, but I'll put a date right there. And that'll tell us when the Kickstarter starts. Michael's done a lot of work on this game. I mean, you can see this is a lot of good love gone into this, just this prototype alone. I'm expecting the Kickstarter to look great. I'm hoping there's some good stretch goals and stuff to go with this as well. It's a really fun game. It does take time. I mean, we've been playing this for a good few hours, but it is that type of game. You know, if you're willing to spend the time and play these and have the different variants to go with this, then there's that. So Shiver Me Timbers from the companies I mentioned earlier, which will be in the description below.
It's not being on the box.
No, this is not also all prototype component. Anyway, I'm sure the guys would love your support. If you like the big epic saga games, this is definitely up that street. It's got great components. This is just prototype components, and they look great. So go check it out. Thanks for watching, guys. We really appreciate the support. See you guys later.
Ciao.